Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What if I told you can build $1 million business and you can do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? That's exactly what we're doing. Let's get Insta live. Let's get Insta live. Are we on there? All right, we're live and we're in action. Listen, welcome back. Thank you for joining. Hey, what if I told you can build $1 million business and you can do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? Well, that's exactly what we're doing. Each and every day, we're going behind the scenes to show you exactly how the moves that I'm making, the conversations that are taking place, the systems that are being adopted, the automations that they're in control, the ad spend that we're doing, the products that we're building, the conversations that we're having. So much needs to happen to build $1 million platform. But that's exactly what we've been doing. And thank you guys for joining. We're already on episode 25. Here it is, Friday, February the 13th. You know what that means, Friday, February 13th? Listen, I hope you're not superstitious out there because tomorrow's a beautiful day. We got Valentine's Day. So I hope you have somebody to share that special day with and you send them tons of love on behalf of me. Listen, thank you guys for joining. I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy across social media, former or Army veteran, spent 6 years in the military, 2 tours overseas. I was in during 9/11. In fact, I was watching it as that plane hit. I pivoted and then I spent 15 years in healthcare, over 15 years in healthcare, became an executive, part of an executive team that sold a technology company at the end of 2018. In 2023, I became a full-time entrepreneur. Since then, I've been on this journey of growth and impact. And what are we growing? We're growing personal wealth, we're growing our visibility, and we're growing our brand, right? In addition to all of that, I'm creating an impact. So some of the impact that we're doing out here, we're helping like-minded individuals level up, elevate, get to the goals what they're trying to achieve in their life. So if you're a mid-level professional, full-time business owner, small business owner, entrepreneur, you're in the right place. This place is designed for you. It's designed to help you get the insight, the education you need to level up so you can get to that next level of success and build the life that you're looking for yourself. So today's episode is episode 25. This is a recap of what we've been through all week. And today I'm going to hit you with some of the real results, like some of the real numbers that have been happening behind the scenes, just so you can get some insight into where we are now and we can kind of have a baseline and we can continue to move forward. Let me pause really quick. Thank everybody for joining. Let me hit that thank you button right there. Thank you and welcome. Okay, that's going through right there. Today, we're going to be streaming across LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok, right? And I'm new to TikTok. I've only been using TikTok for about 6 months, but TikTok has been showing me some love. So thank you, family, for joining. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining. What do I hope you get out of this? Hope you get out of some frameworks, some systems, some tools that's going to help you elevate, get to the next level of your career success, and also some insight. And then hopefully you be a part of the community. And then in the community, now we create an ecosystem of support system that can help you elevate and get to the next level as well. So my call to action here, I got several call to action. So let me knock them out before we get to the agenda items. One, we're building $1 million business and we're doing it in public. What does that mean? There's going to be a lot of pivots. There's going to be a lot of mistakes. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be things that we do right. There's going to be things that we do wrong, right? There's going to be conversations that we need to have. There's going to be people we need to meet. There's going to be tools that we need to adopt that we haven't adopted yet, right? All that is being discussed while we're building this thing out. And here in episode 2025, what does that mean? There's 24 other episodes that you can go back and watch, right? So if you're first time here, on the top right-hand corner, there's a QR code or there's a picture of the newsletter that we developed. You can click on that. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. So my first call to action, sign up for the newsletter because we're growing that baby to 50,000 subscribers. If you're first time here and you're like, well, how many do you have? Across LinkedIn and the offline version, we're a little bit less than 6,000, and we've been growing that baby in less than 30 days. So that's pretty impressive. And so the first goal is $1 million in revenue. We're going to do that collectively together. The second goal is to build and establish a $50,000 ecosystem where we're sharing frameworks, ideas, best practices to help you elevate. So that's been growing already. Sign up for that ASAP. And then my third call to action is going to be invite other people who are like-minded just like you. Everyday hustlers, dreamers, those people who believe in freedom. Like they're trying to be they're tired of being tied to a 9 to 5, right? Or if you are in a 9 to 5, you're interested in how can I become the best version of myself? How can I meet that VP level? How can I make the C-suite level? We're dropping all insight, all the gems to help you get to the next level, right? So one, $1 million in revenue in 2026. Two, a 50,000 plus ecosystem of like-minded followers, right? 3, share this with other people. I do this every day, noon Central Standard Time. They're only 30 minutes episodes. And if you're just now here and you're like, man, I want to find out more, go to my YouTube page. I created a link called Building Your $1 Million Business. Man, there's 24 other episodes. This one will be included to that. They're only 30 minutes long, so they're great insight, and it's for free. Now, I encourage you to go today, tomorrow, this weekend, check those out. And the reason is we know these social media sites, they change your algorithms, and there's so many more creators coming into this space that they have to make more and more space for more content to come in. So what does that mean? A lot of content gets erased, deleted, and left behind. So if you're one of those people, you find this value already, make sure you go to that Building a $1 Million playlist. Click on the link, start watching those before they disappear, right? At some point, okay? What is this right here? TikTok is trying to tell me to do. I don't know what they're trying to tell me to do, but I'm gonna, okay, we're good on that. Perfect, we're good on that. So listen, thank you guys for joining. We're on episode 20. We're on episode 25. As always, the comment section is gonna be open. Please drop your first name, where you're streaming from. That'd be great. I see Rob Dunn on YouTube, ATX. I see you, family. I see my Instagram family joining on there. I see my TikTok family showing up as well. And then LinkedIn always shows up. So I appreciate the love. So let's get into it, man. Episode 2025. This is going to be a recap, and I'm going to give you some real insight into some numbers. But what if I told you you can build $1 million business and do it in 12 months? Would you believe me? That's exactly what we're doing. Each and every day, we're going to behind the scenes to show you just how. Now, know this. Let's get into the talking points and to the agenda item, because we're 6 minutes in. People, they don't trust plans, okay? You need to understand this. And why am I sharing this with you? Because people trust evidence. What am I doing with these lives? I'm providing you the evidence and insight that you need to build your own $1 million framework and $1 million business. I see you, TikTok family. Appreciate you joining in. I'm going to share some real numbers with you real quick. Like, where we at 30 days into this thing, so you can have a baseline of what growth can look like for you as well. So people, they trust the evidence. I'm not motivating anymore. There was a whole year and a half that I went through just trying to motivate people to help them get unstuck. Now this is all about showing you the actual frameworks and the systems that actually move the needle when it comes to building your $1 million playbook, right? So everything is being documented is what I'm doing. Documentation, it converts better than inspiration ever would, right? Because when people, you know what people are looking for, and you need to understand this in your business as well. When you're selling something, you know what people are looking for when you're selling something? They're looking for transformation. They're looking for, if I buy this particular product and or service from you, what's going to be the value? How is this going to transform my life, my business, or the outcomes that I've been experiencing so far? So you need to mentally know that when you're building your own framework as well. So why is showing the numbers so important to me? Why is doing this live so important to you? Because you know what most creators do? Most creators, they're going to try to protect their image. They want to be a creator behind this. They want to be visible, but they don't want to give you the nasty middle. The things, the pitfalls, the pivots, the conversations, the setbacks, the things that went wrong while they've been trying to either establish their brand, their visibility, or their business model. I share all of that with you because I'm going to be open book. I want you to understand that if I go through this, you may go through something similar. If I find success, you may find those paths where you can find some similar success as well. So again, chat box is going to be open. We're streaming across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Thank you guys for joining. We're getting right into the agenda, episode 2025. So builders reveal the process. I call myself a builder, right? I'm building in public. So I'm revealing the process, the nasty middle, the ugly beginnings, you know, what the beautiful outcomes, all of that good stuff. Because transparency, for me, is not about bragging. It's about proving what's repeatable, right? Success, normally people don't understand this. A lot of people, you look at successful people, you're like, man, if I had their talents, I would do this, that, or the other. If I had their money, I can do this, that, or the other. If I had their looks, I can do this, that, or the other. You know what success is? Success is only a repeatable framework. That's the only thing success is a repeatable framework. You don't have to be the most beautiful. You don't have to be the ugliest. You don't have to be middle class. You don't have to be rich. You can be dead broke and still find success. And that's exactly what we're teaching you. The frameworks, the systems, the tools, the energy needed, the conversations that need to be discussed to show you how to get there, right? Here's what I understand. If people can see the steps and the results, they start believing that they can do it too. I know this. I was an executive leader. I had teams across countries that I led. We led a multi-million-dollar acquisition of a technology company. So if you're just now joining here, like, who is this guy? Listen, I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm trying to prove to you, to show you the systems that you can follow to get there as well. If you're interested in building your own newsletter, go to my link in the bio, right? Go to my link in my bio. And right underneath the Building a $1 Million playlist, there's going to be Build Your Own Newsletter. You can click on that link. I put that together to save you some money so you can start building yours alongside of mine. We're only on episode 25. We kicked this thing off almost exactly 30 days ago. January the 11th is when we kicked it off. Today's Friday the 13th, so we're right at a month. So let's talk about the recap already, because y'all know I like to talk and I want to save myself enough time to get through the whole entire agenda. Let's recap where we are. So far, we've been building a pipeline, which is dope. We've been building a pipeline. But what does that pipeline look like? And let me give you some real numbers, so stick with me on this. Here's what the pipeline looks like. We go from building attention, right? That attention leads to trust. That trust leads to conversations. Those conversations lead to transactions. And it flows like that. So it's attention, trust, conversations, and transactions. This is the playbook. Now, let me give you some more insight, okay? So if you're trying to build this yourself, you need to understand this. We go from attention to trust, trust to conversations, conversations to transaction. Each activity feeds the next level. It feeds the next step. So you need to understand this. Content, when we're building content, our content builds awareness. Our guest partnerships that we just started doing, they build authority. Then our DM conversations, they start to build trust, right? And then our products and the sponsorships that we capture, they add value, okay? And then none of these are going to work alone. They work collectively together. All right. And so this is going to be so important when you're building out your framework. If you're trying to follow the same framework, that we have this framework part of your business: attention, trust, conversation, transactions, awareness, authority, trust, value, and then they all work hand in hand. They work together. So, Paul, thank you for coming in. I see more and more people coming in. You can drop your first name, what platform you're streaming from, because eventually we're going to move into spending some ad rev or some dollars when it comes to where should we spend our dollars. And we need to know which platform is going to have the greatest ROI, which is the return on investment, right? So the more you tap in, the more I see people coming in. What this is giving me some anecdotal information as to where my message is landing the greatest. So I know where I need to invest my dollars and cent the most. So let me add this. Most people, they fail because they rely on a single stream of revenue, right? So you're a mid-level professional, you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you've been looking to grow your business, right? And a lot of people think, okay, well, what products or services and or solutions I'm going to start with? And they think of one particular thing, and that one particular thing is supposed to grow them wealth. Yeah, listen, if that's you, stick with it. That's great. But what we're building a $1 million framework right here. So for us, we need to rely on multiple streams of revenue. A business becomes stable. You know when a business becomes stable? Is when one channel feeds another channel, when one audience supports multiple offers, when one effort produces multiple outcomes. I'm not building income here, right? A lot of people think, okay, I want to build a business just to build an income, right? That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. That's what you may be doing. What I'm building is an engine, right? So you need to understand the difference. You can like, listen, you can have a beautiful car, absolutely beautiful car. But what if that car didn't have an engine in it? You're stuck. You're just stuck looking at a beautiful car. And this is the model that a lot of people follow when they're building a business. They're only focused on that one thing. I want to focus on that one single thing of revenue. But if you build an engine, man, that engine can carry you so much farther. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully you found the analogy worthy of what we're trying to build here. We're just not focusing on one piece of income. We're focusing on building the engine, and we're allowing that engine to create additional wealth for us through multiple pieces of revenue. Does that make sense? Y'all let me know. Y'all tap in and let me know. Show me, man, it's Friday the 13th. I'm not superstitious. So you guys tap in, show me some love. Let me know you there. Just say hi, give me a hand signal or whatever, because you know what? I do these for you. I do these in person. This is not AI. This is really me here talking. I pinch myself like I'm right here. This is real talk. So let's get into the real numbers, okay? Time check. I got 16 minutes. So let me try to run through this. This is the real numbers where we are today. Remember, this is episode 25. We kicked this thing off January the 11th. So it's a little over 30 days. Maybe it's right at 30 days, depending on how you're doing your math. And since then, so in 28 days of activity, in 28 days, listen to this. In 28 days, we've dropped 10 Hustling 25-8 episodes, okay? If you haven't signed up for Hustling 25-8, it's packed with value. Every single episode is designed to do one thing: help you move the needle, help you move forward, right? Whether it's a framework, whether it's instructional tools, whether they're toolkits, whether it's courses, whether it's introducing you to the dope people, game changers that are doing dope things. Every episode is designed to push you farther, to grow you farther. Okay. So sign up for the newsletter, do that ASAP, and thank you. All right. So in 28 days of activity, we dropped 10 episodes already. 10 episodes. They drop every Tuesday, they drop every Friday, generally around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So today is Friday. Did one drop today? Absolutely. One drop this morning at 9 a.m. Make sure you go tap in and you can listen, or you can read the newest drop. Okay. So in 28 days, we dropped 10 episodes. We've done 25 lives. Listen, we getting it. We've done 25 lives. What does that mean? We've been super consistent, right? These lives are done Monday through Friday. They're only 30-minute segments, right? They're doing it at noon Central Standard Time. So if it's your first time joining, thank you for joining. Hopefully you'll return again on Monday next week. Please invite other people to these as well, because I'm like, it's free information for you to help you grow your business right now. This is absolutely free information. Okay. So in 28 days, 10 episodes, 25 lives, we've gotten 1,254 offline subscribers, meaning these are subscribers to the offline version of Hustling 25-8. I have an online version of Hustling 25-8, like a LinkedIn version as well, that I kicked off last year, right? That one's been going on for about 12 months now. So let me give you the numbers on that. We got 1,254 offline subscribers to Hustling 25-8. The difference between the two is Hustling 25-8 LinkedIn with just a motivational series to give you insight into everything that you may find yourself as a mid-level professional entrepreneur. Offsite is to give you frameworks. These are the tools, the systems. Basically, it's the playbook to help you elevate and build your own $1 million growth system as well. Okay. So LinkedIn version, we got 4,726 LinkedIn subscribers to that. So if you do the numbers, you add them together, we're a little less, man, maybe a few less than 6,000 collectively. In 28 days, this is what we've gained in 28 days, if you're following me. In 28 days, 950 profile viewers. These are people, and this is just only on LinkedIn because I can see the numbers. 950 people have tapped into my profile just to see what I'm about, right? So we talked about the first lever was attention. We talked about attention. What are we gaining here? We're gaining attention already. So 950 people. Let me give you some impressions really quick. I don't want you to be impressed with this, but I just want to share with you. In 28 days, we've gained, this is just on one platform, 42,500 or so impressions in 28 days. 42,000 impressions in 28 days. Why is this so important? Because it's adding to that visibility metrics that we're looking for, right? The more stuff that we put out there that's designed for our ICP, which is our ideal customer profile, the more visibility you create, which we talked about before. Attention leads to trust, trust leads to conversations, conversations leads to revenue, right? So we're doing our part, what we're supposed to be doing, right? Already. In 28 days, I've sent out over 100 DMs. My DMs are going to be different from the DMs that I'm instructing you, because what am I building? I'm building a visibility engine and a framework in public. What I'm teaching you is how to build up your own personal wealth. So your DM strategy is going to be different, right? And in my playbook, if you go to Hustling 25-8, I'll put some DM strategies in there for you that you can download. And I think you're going to find some value in that. But my DM, I've sent out over 128 days. What have I received back from DMs? I've received over 100 plus DMs in 28 days personally that were sent to me, right? Maybe they were in exchange to the DMs that I sent. Maybe they wasn't. But what I've been finding out is people have been seeing what I've been doing. Then they've been sliding into my DMs and they're looking for collaboration, or they're looking for to sell me something, right? Or they're looking for partnerships, or they're looking for like coaching or mentorship. So this is what I've been getting at in return. So far we've been getting that. Here's the other numbers that I need to share with you, because you're going to find this dope, or at least I do. So far, in the 10 episodes that we dropped, and these are the numbers I want to share with you why we want to track these, we have over a 42% open rate. So that means almost every email that goes out, half the people are opening those. Now, in the world of newsletters, in the world of websites, in the world of dropping dope content, this is highly impressive. This is what makes you attractive to advertising agencies who want to partner with you to run ads on your particular newsletter and or your website, right? So we got over a 42% open rate already. This is going to be phenomenal. And you want to have this in your business as well. Now, the click-through rate, we can work on the click-through rate right now. The click-through rate is only 1.35%. So, and we'll talk a little bit about what does this mean as far as the click-through rate, but let me run through the rest of the numbers. Click-through rate, 1.35%. So far, we've lost about 64 subscribers, okay? And since we've launched this thing 28 days ago. But remember, we added just as much. Now, why can that be the case? Because what are we doing? We're filtering out the people who are not our ICP, meaning they're not our ideal customer profile. There's been people that's been rocking with you, that been following you, right? But they may not want to buy from you, right? And so it's so important that we filter through those people, remove them away from the system as quick as possible so we can have targeted, focused content to the end result or the end users that we're focusing on, okay? So we lost 64. I want to share that with you. We've had, I think you're going to find this part right here. We've had 5 ad partners hit us up, and then there's 3 more. We've had 5 ad partners that have supported our content. So if you're going to the Hustling 25/8, you're going to see at the top of the article who's been supporting the ad. These are the ad sponsors, meaning they're paying us for space on those particular those articles that we're sending out. So we've had 5 that we've already produced, but there's another 3 that I already have in my system that I haven't even published yet. So in 28 days, I have over 8 ad partners that have hit me up and said, yo, Patrick, we're finding what you're doing dope. We would like to partner with you. We'll pay you a percentage of whatever clicks or however they want to do their framework and to support the particular growth. So in 28 days, we've had 8 ad partners in just 28 days. Why am I sharing this with you? Because you too can do the same thing. And this is why I'm doing this in public, to give you the insight and the framework so you can build your own business, right? So, okay, so when we talk about revenue, a lot of people want to focus on revenue. And this is where I'm going to lose some people, because you have to understand, 1, your level of motivation, 2, your level of risk that you're willing to take as an entrepreneur, small business owner, everyday hustler for yourself. So in 30 days, technically 28 days, we've generated $5.05 just from ad revenue, okay? Now, what that's not telling you, the story, is how much more ad revenue that's coming from the ads that we put on there. But what I can visibly see today is $5.05 from ad revenue. This is where a lot of people are going to be like, really? In 30 days, we only got $5? Listen, we're building a framework. We're building the engine. And if you're only focused on one stream of income, then you're going to be stuck on that one stream of income. We're building multiple streams of income, right? So understand that. So $5.05 from ad revenue. We've got 40 cents. I've gotten 40 cents already just from my TikTok live. For whatever reason, I didn't sign up for anything, but TikTok says, you know what? You're growing a fan base right here. We want to pay you for the content you're putting out there. So TikTok has paid me 40 cents just over the last, 25 live episodes, and that's going to continue to grow. Facebook. So if we're looking at Facebook, Facebook has paid me 5 cents from the content that I put out there right now, right? And you're thinking, man, how the hell are you going to get to $1 million? Remember, we're building the engine. We're building the framework. You have to start somewhere. And if you expected that you was going to be $1 million, a millionaire in 30 days, then you probably need to play the lottery, because that's going to be your fastest source. But when you're building a framework out, it takes time. You need to understand it. You need to be patient. You need to weigh your risk properly. And we need to make sure we're investing in the right place, okay? YouTube, what has YouTube paid me right now? Because I'm streaming on YouTube. YouTube has paid me $0 right now. However, my watch hours has been exponentially growing up. So eventually what's going to happen, those watch hours will surpass the criteria needed to start monetizing our YouTube page. Right now, we're not monetizing our YouTube page, but that should be another level of revenue that you should consider for your business as well, right? So YouTube is paid us $0. Now, I just launched products about a week ago, and I haven't publicly tried to sell the products, because what I've been creating for you guys is a playbook, a framework on what it is. So if you're mid-level professional, if you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur, and you're looking for products, you can go to my product page. I put those products on there, and every week I'm going to add new products just for you based off of demand for what you need to solve the real world problems that you have, right? So we got $0 in product sales, but I haven't pushed anything yet. I've just been informing you about those things, right? So that's going to be part of our playbook, but we're not there yet. And then here's the other thing too. All this has been accomplished. All of this has been accomplished with $0 in ad spend. We haven't spent any money in ad spend yet. We haven't even got there yet because we needed to establish a framework, a baseline, a system, an engine for our growth. Okay. So 5 minutes, man. I got to run through this really quick. So a lot has happened in 28 days. I see a lot of positive momentum. If you're thinking, man, you was going to get rich in 30 days and this is not for you, fall off right now, get away from this because you don't have the patience or the mindset that you're going to need. Yes, I'm going to call you out to grow $1 million framework. But if you're still locked in and you're like, okay, I'm seeing the system here, I'm seeing the framework, I'm seeing all the different levers for how we can grow all the different the income levers or streams of income that's going to be produced here in 2026, then this is for you because I'm teaching you exactly how. I want you to understand this too. A small, highly engaged audience is more powerful than a large, passive one. A lot of people think, man, I need tens of thousands, I need hundreds of thousands of followers. No, you don't need all of that to grow a business, okay? Know this. This is what matters. This is what matters to me. Open rate matters more than subscribers. I can have 100 subscribers, but if my open rate is over 40, 50%, that means every time I'm sending a message, over half the people not only see it, but now they can take advantage of it, right? So that's important to me. The other thing that's important to me, and hopefully it's important to you, is the conversations that you have. Conversations matter more than how much people like or comment on your post. It's not about that. We want to have conversations based off of the activity that we're putting out there. And then conversions matter more than reach, right? I don't care if I put out a post and it generates 2,000 impressions. That's great. That's cool. But I want to know how many conversations am I having from that one post that I put out. And this is how we should be thinking as a small business owner as well. Listen, we're not chasing vanity metrics. That's not what this is about. We're building a growth system here, right? And so this is what we need to be focused on. Here's the revenue breakdown inside. I want to help you understand. Listen, I want to explain that the levels of levers that we've been creating right now. So your DMs equal high effort, high return value, okay? Your products equal middle effort, scalable returns. Your sponsorships equals low effort, recurring return, right? All of these, they're different types of incomes, but they're all in one ecosystem. You see what I'm saying? So we got our DMs, we got our products, and we got our sponsors. We expect to make money doing this. So right now, what's not working? I got a time check. I only got 3 minutes. Okay, let me run through it. So what's not working right now? Well, let me help you with the mindset. Understand this. Failure is instructional data, right? Every day we should seek to fail. What I mean by that is we're carrying a positive attitude. We're putting ourselves out there. We're creating, like we're doing things so we can fail, so we can learn from it. Okay, this is why it's so important. So here's some adjustments that I know I need to make right now. Like when I first started, I was targeting the wrong audience. You may find yourself doing that as well. My messaging was weak. It wasn't attracting the right people. My offer was mismatched with the people that were frequenting my particular website. And then timing issues. Sometimes you slide into people's DMs, you're asking them to do things, and you may get a no, and then we take it as a rejection, but all it means the timing wasn't right. Some people are looking for credibility. They want to make sure that you have staying power, meaning you're not a fly-by-night organization and just you're going to be here tomorrow. So timing is everything. And then mistakes, we want to review mistakes as optimizations. They're not setbacks, okay? So what's the lesson here? Momentum matters more than totals, okay? I want you to understand that. A growing $500 a week system is stronger than a flat $5,000 fee because growth predicts future revenue, right? It predicts future growth. So listen, we're shifting from building from building to scaling, okay? So we're at episode 25. So that means next Monday it's going to be episode 26. So now we can start making the shift from building to start scaling, right? Week 1 through 5, it was about proof of concept. Can we actually establish something, a framework that's going to motivate people to tap in? So far, we've done that. We got close to 6,000 people, 1,254 offline subscribers, and we've done that in like 30 days, right? Week 6 plus, we're going to start now looking at optimization, right? How do we optimize? Now the goal changes, right? Because we've been building the framework. Now know this, there's still so many things that I don't have in place. Like right now, I have a couple of automations, but I I probably need about 10 to 15 more automations in place, because automations start filtering people through different funnels and carrying different messages. I'm not there yet, and you're going to find yourself there yet too. When you're a small business owner, you're creating something from scratch, you know you need automations. I need that. In fact, if someone's listening to this right now and your specialty is building funnels and automations, hit me up, slide in my DM, let me know. We may look at a partnership opportunity for one another to see how we can scale this thing together. But that's one of my weaknesses that I have right now. My other thing is having a lead page, or a lead page that actually generates income for me, that's separate from my website. That's going to take an investment. Now, I've identified somebody, I think, and I'm going to work through a strategy, but I'll bring some more insight on that as well. Hold on, I'm going to make sure of time. So right now we're going to stop experimenting everywhere, right? And we're going to start getting extremely concentrated, delivering energy on things that's working, and we're going to know what's not working for us. Let me see. Let me close this thing out. I'm going to leave you with this. Scaling is subtraction by addition. We have to put things out there and then subtract what's not working, and then lean more into the things that are working. This is how we scale our $1 million business, right? So right now we've been putting a lot of stuff out there, and then slowly we'll take back some of the things that are not working and then add more things that we feel like may work. And we're going to keep playing around with that, for the next month or so. Okay. Listen, I always view my audiences as insiders, right? People that show up here, you're not just watching the show, right? They're observing a live case study. Like what I'm sharing with you, this entrepreneur moves in action, right? This is a live case study. People, they can follow creators all day long, right? But my community, they believe in building a growth system and a support system. So make sure you tap in with the newsletter, sign up for that, as always. And I'll leave you with this. Listen, I'm not going to show you success. I'm showing you the path to success, and the path is real value. This is what everybody's trying to create for themselves. You're trying to create real value in your lives, behind the scenes, in your work. You're trying to create value. This is what my attempt is to provide for you guys. Listen, I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy. Make sure you follow me. We'll be back Monday, noon Central, 30-minute episode. Invite a friend or like-minded individual to the next episode. Go sign up for the newsletter today. If you haven't signed up for that newsletter, I'll appreciate the love and support. The link is top right-hand corner. You can either click on that, scan it, or you go to my link in my profile. Click on that. Go to the Building $1 Million playlist. You can find those on YouTube. We're on episode 20 or 25. So there's 24 more of the episodes. But listen, happy holidays, family. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Friday the 13th. Hopefully you're not superstitious. Let's go out there and be great. Become the best versions of ourselves that we ever wanted to be. Okay. I'll see you next week. Keep hustling, family.